Good morning. So my pod boy are dead. Hopefully you'll be able to see with the sock boy. I made a couple visuals. I doodled it out for you. So Zan's diamond. Can you even see this? Yeah, Zan's diamond right there. You take it and you rotate it, and so there's the square. Extend the points. Slide the point, the wall in a little bit, and you get this 8-pointed star. And all the little doohickey things there, that just means you can make an atom at each of those points in the pattern, tilted atom. And then when you're at the double horizontal, you can go into your other kinds of unicursal patterns. There's like a transition theory idea, and you could do a linear extension or with an anti-spin right on these points here. You could add a pedal or whatever you want, to slow the pattern down. So now you can kind of refer to that if you need to. So the first thing to get down is your two tilted atoms. Well, four technically. Well, two. So get your buzzsaw going and bend it out at the top so that they're at 45 degrees and put them together. And get used to this. Basic weave would be good. Just kind of the one point that's across your arms. So the one point that's on the bottom comes through the middle and ends up on top. That's probably your most important move for this variation. You're going to want to get that in reverse too. Same thing, reverse. And then bend back. Now we bend out at the bottom, hands together. And this one is a little easier. It's just like a 2-beat over the arm. So here's your weave variation to practice with this version. 2-beat over the arm, 2-beat over the arm, back and forth. And then the same thing. Now we're doing that same thing forward, because this pattern is going to move through all of these atoms, right? As you bend through it, you encounter all 4 of those. That's on that picture, the 4 points. So I like to start forward, top part bent out, hands together. There's 2 directions we can go with this. Okay, well, I'm just going to skip into the next drill. The next drill you're going to want to do is those same atoms, but then you're going to... So it's a lot like doing this. It feels, the timing is the same as doing something like this. But we go blink and at the diagonal. So you can see it almost looks like that. But from the front, you get this X. So a good idea would be to drill forward, get your X's. And then drill reverse, get your X's. And then forward mountain mode, get your X's. And then reverse mountain mode, get your X's. And you'll see that this X is non-native on top. That's when I'm in mountain mode. And in valley mode, it's native on top. So this is like literally half the pattern is going to be moving through those 4 different X's. The bends take place up at the corners and down at the corners, I guess. So there's, from this split time thing, there's a bunch of different ways you could run this pattern, So I'll just show you a couple of the variations. You'll notice that it kind of looks like both play are on this side and both play are on this side at the same time. So when they're both up, one's at the top corner, one's at the bottom corner, or vice versa, that's when you can choose to bend. The bend is 45 degrees, and you can bend from here. When they're both at the corner, you can bend there, or you could bend there. So you're getting that. You could do that on either side, right? Or, you could go across and do the same 2 options. So you got 4 variables you could do to initiate the pattern, right? So you got up, bend across, and then when you get to this side, you bend back into your atom. This one is reverse mountain mode, and then we're going to go since we went across the top first, we go over here, go up the side, and bend again. Now I'm in reverse valley mode. Now we do the same thing but mirrored. We go over here and bend, come, bend back. Now I'm in forward mountain mode. Up to the top, bend down this side. Now I'm in the same atom I started in. That was a lot of talking. I'll add some beats to slow things down. Bend, bend, reverse mountain mode. Bend, bend, reverse valley mode. Bend, bend, forward mountain mode. Bend, switch, bend. I should have been saying switch. And then back to where I started. So go bend, switch, bend, atom. Bend, switch, bend, atom. Bend, switch, bend. Oh shit. Bend, atom. Bend, switch, bend, atom. I come up with a thing like bend, switch, bend in my head, you know, because there's so many steps to this pattern that it gets a little bit like you can lose your place a lot. I lose my place a lot, so I actually say something like hopscotch or something, like a little rhyme. So on that one, I'd say like bend over atom, bend up atom, bend over atom, bend up atom, you know. And my right hand, you know, so maybe something like that will help. You know, it helps me. So in that version, we're going across the top first, and then up the side, and then across the top, and then up the side. You can also start it going the side first, you know. Ooh, did somewhere there, or this side first. So, and then like I said, you could, if we're paying attention to the right arm, I'll go across the top first, boom, or I'll go down the side first. Ooh, sorry. Or I'll go across the bottom first, like that. Or I can go across the opposite side first. So we have native top, native side. Ooh, damn, dude, I keep wanting to do that. And then we have non-native bottom, and non-native side. So that's the variations of it. So I guess that's best bet is to drill those basic X's, and then you can drill like going to the side, back to your X, going to this side, back to your X, and then doing that here. Just getting control of those bends, and then switch. Getting control of all those bends. Oh wait, I didn't want to go. Switch. Practice like that. Okay, and now you can think of these as 2 4s as well. 2 4-point bends. You can go here, cross, like this hourglassy thing, right? Or you could do this side, like it's an hourglass infinity. So you can consider those as well. Mix those into the pattern if you want. The warning is, it gets confusing, you know. So if you're doing the 8, and then you throw in a 4, and then you do another 8, it gets a little confusing. But, you know, that's the fun part, is working out how you combine this shit. The last thing I wanted to show you is at one point, well, at 4 points, when you're going horizontal and horizontal like this, however you get there, you know, that occurs in 2 other atoms, right? So this Merkaba atom has it right here, horizontal, horizontal. So I could use that moment to switch between the 2 atoms. And then the other one that has not the horizontal, horizontal, but both poi hitting, cha, you could bend. Your bend point could be the same, and that's this 6-pointed star. Ah, shit. Okay, so we'll go from the 8 to the Merkaba. Okay, and then back to the 8, and then from here to the 6 point. Ha! My brain's it's hard for me to switch quickly. You know, that was a boom, top, bottom, top, bottom. That's my combo thing for that. So let's try it one more time, and then it's time for you to drill. Actually, I don't even need, I'm just basically practicing this shit in front of you. So if you got any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to kind of try to explain things better, kind of early. Have a good day, man. Enjoy that shit. I want to know what you come up with. I'm sure that in your drilling, you'll probably discover accidentally some patterns that are really cool. Please share those with me. Have a good one, man.